What's up, guys? Welcome back to Turtle Ponics. And what I have here for you today is my original invention here. This floating basket. Um, this is a great way to grow plants in a cichlid tank. 'Cause the cichlids are so destructive. And you can also feed this plant to your cichlids. So it's kind of a twofer. It'll serve two functions. It'll clean your water and it'll feed your fish. So it's always nice to have something that accomplishes more than one function like that. This is like the second model that I've made. The first series, I guess you can call them, the first models, I just took a basket and I clamped it to the rim of the tank, like up here where that patch of eggs is back there. I clamped it, and like sometimes you neglect your tank and your water evaporates. See how much water I'm missing here? If you have a basket clamped to your rim and your water evaporates, all your plants died. So this next level, this next gen, gets rid of that factor. Your plants will never die. Your water level doesn't kill your plants anymore because the basket isn't attached to the rim. It's just floating there. All you gotta make sure is you have a little bit of basket space over the top of the water like this, and it'll protect your plants. They won't go anywhere. They're nice and contained, very nice, tidy. I know a lot of people like everything being extra tidy. This is one way to do it. It doesn't have to be this big either. It could be a smaller basket. I'm farming it for my other tank, so I want a lot of it. But yeah, this entire tank is basically an accessory tank for my aquaponic system. I raised the baby crayfish in here. I farmed the duckweed in this basket like this. That back there is Swiss chard that I grew in the garden. I feed the crayfish and the snails Swiss chard, and then they fertilize the water. They put nutrients in the water so that the duckweed can grow, and it's just this big web of nutrients going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It would be cool to track like a carbon molecule to see how many times it gets juggled back and forth between my system and this tank and the system itself over and over and over and over. But yeah, this basket is great. It's great if you're getting started into fish, aquarium keeping. If you're intermediate, if you're an expert level, this basket it will help everybody. And I've never seen anybody do something like this. It's insanely useful. I love it. I'm probably gonna start another basket right next to it and grow azolla. Azolla is another fertilizer producing crop. It pulls nitrogen directly from the air instead of the water. So it won't interfere with my duckweed production, because all duckweed really needs is a little bit of nitrogen to thrive. It's a very simple plant. I'm sure it has a bunch of stuff in it, but the azolla won't compete with it. That's basically my point behind that. I can grow azolla right next to it and nothing will ever compete. So yeah, the basket it'll protect the plants from water flow. Like these bubbles right here, they're a floating plant's worst nightmare. Those bubbles will they cause turbulence. They flip them around. They get them wet. Once the top gets wet on the floating plants, it's basically a death sentence. If they get pushed up against the wall and the water evaporates a little bit, it's a death sentence. That's it. If your fish nibble on them, it's a death sentence. So this basket is very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I figured that I should definitely devote an entire episode to this basket for sure. But this will probably be the last time I show you guys my normie tank. This is my regular standard aquarium. The gravel's pink because my daughter picked it out when she was like 2, 3. She's 10 now, so it's been a while. I got Squidward and SpongeBob's house. There's guppies in here, and then there's the baby marmocrabs that were just born this past week or so. My last episode was about the baby marmocrabs. So, floating basket, highly recommended. Make sure you keep a little bit of the basket on top of the water, and you just zip tie 2 pipes to it. That's it. Very simple. Very, very simple. Optional, you can open up holes on the side of it, and the duckweed will slowly creep out. That's just optional, though. You can leave it like it is and feed them whenever you want, manually. Here's my snail. It's a mystery snail. But yeah, I guess that wraps things up. I don't have much else to say about the floating basket. Build yourself one. It's very, very cool. Have a great day, guys. Like and subscribe. Peace.